Well, howdy folks. As you can tell, our world has kind of changed colors. Went from brown to white. Trying to haul this gravel. And then it was raining for a couple days, making everything soft and mushy, muddy. And then it was raining the one night and then snowed that same night. So then we've been having snow on and off since then. So it's kind of funny because in the middle of summer, well, towards the end of the fall, you're like, I wouldn't mind snow at this point, so we can do the 9 to 5. But then you're in it for about a week and you're like, yep, bring me back to warm weather. Which makes everything harder. You're more tired. 9 to 5 is you're almost just as tired as a 16-hour day during summer. So it's quite a bit harder to work in, let's just say. Sorry. I don't like it. Let that warm up a little bit. Sorry, I had to use my other finger that was holding the camera with the other hand to give it some ether. You got this! There you go. There you go. So anyway, yeah, so it's been snowing and it's been a pain. Alrighty, so just had a meeting with the Fortis guy there. We are just getting things set in motion for our new big bee shop slash maybe temporary concrete shop slash gravel sand shop slash fertilizer storage. We're still trying to figure that out, but we're just making plans for where the transformer is going to go, where the power is coming through, and so it's pretty exciting. So this is kind of the first preliminary steps of getting it all set in place. And it just snowed, so it's a little colder, so we had to dig around a little bit to figure out where all the cables had been pushed through. But it's exciting, so that's the beginning. It's the beginning of exciting things. So we've got to nail down exactly how big the shop is going to be, and we have it ranging from 350 feet long to 200 feet long, 120 foot wide. But it's all going to be made out of our precast concrete. So we're pretty excited about that, and it'll be a big upgrade from our bee shop currently, which is a little bit small. So anyway, it's all very exciting. One of the things I'm most excited about this winter is this pump house right here. Taylor and Corny have been making it. I think some other guys helped with the concrete, but as far as the building goes, I think Taylor and Corny built most of that, and we insulated it. But so last year, we usually fill this pond up for the winter time, and that brings us all the way to spring, so by the time we can fill it again. This was our old, that hose right there is our old system. Anyway, last year the hose came up and was actually peeking through the water just a hair, and then that froze, and then when that freezes up, the water troughs for the cows don't have water supply, and then when they don't have water supply, they can't heat up or anyway, so then the water lines freeze because there's no moving water. Oh, it was just a nightmare. I feel like that's all I did last year, is just
unfreeze water lines. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water troughs for the cows, and the cows need water. So anyway, that pump house, so excited for it.
All right, so we're coming in to fix the tub. We gotta shift some things over, and we got the new parts for the alleyway here. The guys are gonna, well, we got some of these new panels and new flex alleyway. It's gonna be good. Okay, so this is in October 2023. So we are just punched a couple of our bee samples here. Just these blocks weren't super good. They were kind of our empty blocks, but we just wanted to see how dry they were. The dehumidifiers weren't pulling any more water out of the air, so they look ready. They're pretty dusty, and we don't have a whole bunch of mushiness or getting squished by the machine. So we're gonna start punching. So they're getting all the totes out and getting ready. They're getting this area cleaned up and moved so we can hook onto the air system for the punching machines, and they tested the punching machines and they're working. So we'll get it all set up, and then we'll get some videos for you guys to see how it all goes down. But two of our guys, they'll be the first time punching, so all exciting stuff. We just also got our new samples for our next edition of the trays, and these ones, I think the sidewalls have been thickened up a little bit, more reinforced, but then what's happening is there's a couple different recipe changes, but this set right here is a 10% talc. So what was happening before is that we were getting a little bit of flex on here at the very bottom of the stack when it got really hot. And so we're changing the recipe to add a little bit of talc into it to make them a little more rigid. The danger is that it makes it a little more brittle or easier to snap. It doesn't have the same flexibility, but we were so strong beforehand that a 10% reduction to give it a little more strength, more rigidity so it didn't flex as much, we felt like was going to probably be the winning recipe. But we've got a couple different mixes, so we're going to test these out and jump on them, throw them, then also put a bunch of weight on them, stack them up high, put them under heat, and see if this can be our winning mix, because really they were just so incredibly strong beforehand and flexible that I think we can easily lower that and still be well within the range of never breaking them ourselves. So anyway, exciting stuff.
All right, so this thing's been an on and off project for a while now, but we got some filters that are in that box. We're just trying to fit it in here. We've never had it in here with all the booms on it. So Corny's we're gonna see if it can fit in here. Hopefully it doesn't crack our concrete now that it's got 100,000 pounds on top of what it originally had.
She's massive. It's way up there. Anyway, so they're doing some work on filters and hydraulic oil and just kind of going over it and getting it ready. We're going to use this to unload some of the concrete forms that are coming here next week, but then also to get it ready for bees next year. We had it almost ready, but it wasn't quite working. But now, this spring, it's going to be fully functional. It's going to be beautiful.